is one thing your partner cannot live without?
Oh, wine and coffee. Not in that order, like in the opposite order.
In that order?
If we're headed somewhere in the morning, it doesn't matter if it's like 6 a.m. early flight, or if it's like 10 a.m. appointment, or you have to be somewhere at 8:30. It's a latte. It's a quad shot oat milk latte every morning without fail.
For you, I would say sex. Cannot. Well,
My
obviously,
day cannot.
my day cannot start without. No.
Very sexual person.
I think our kids might watch this, so.
Go to bed.
Yeah, it definitely affects your mood. Is there anything that you can't live without other than that I'm unaware of?
I don't think so.
What secret talents does your partner have?
Speaking
of sex.
Right, let's just end there.
No.
Let's just end
no.
there. Let's just end there.
Next question.
So secret talent that she has. When we talk about, logical versus emotional, she'll joke that I'm the brain, but from a social standpoint, I would say that I'm very, because I'm so caught up in let's just call it facts, I'm not very good at social cues, and she is. So we'll meet somebody and she'll be like, that person is this, and this, and I'll say, no, I didn't really catch that. This person
I know
seems
your
very nice.
motive before I shake your hand. And I'll still shake your hand. And I'll still, carry on a conversation with you. I know your motives.
So they call it
it's fucking intuition.
Social intelligence or intuition,
no,
right?
it's intuition, and I'm basically a psychic.
Yeah, well there's IQ and then there's EQ.
EQ.
Which is
what is IQ?
Intelligence
Q.
quotient.
Okay, so then emotional Q,
Yeah.
obviously.
So I have very high IQ and she has very high EQ. And sets the balance off. So one talent that she has is like, you're seeing stuff with people a light year before I do.
And I'll tell him, this person is XYZ, and then believe me, this person is going to do XYZ. And he's like, no, they're not. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's not what they're about. And sure enough,
yeah.
that person will end up doing XYZ. And I'm like, I fucking told you so. But thank you for finally acknowledging
high
that.
EQ. Okay.
Yes.
So what about me? What's my special talent?
Your special. All right, G-rated. Okay, your special talent is the ability to bounce back, no matter what situation that we are in. Because I think a lot of people, they just kind of see like the glam part or the perks.
Sure. The
perks of having your own business and being an entrepreneur, having the freedom that you have, having control over, the amount of money that you can make. They see like the glamour,
sure,
but they don't see the scary side to being an entrepreneur. And time after time, you have the ability to bounce back and to recover, and you always hit the ground running.
That's not what I thought you would say, by the way. I thought you would say that I'm resourceful.
Well, yeah, that's, you didn't let me finish. Cut me off again. Yeah, you are. You are extremely resourceful. Like
being resourceful, by the way, if you're ever going to teach your kids anything, or if you ever want to learn a skill, it's learning. It's not how to do one specific thing. It's about finding out how to do anything or how to find out any piece of information. So whether you're looking for a hotel in a foreign country or you're looking out how to beat this traffic ticket.
You literally can find out anything and everything.
It's that
it's
in
all
itself.
In here.
That in itself is a skill. Yeah. And I think, if I were to have any skill or keep any skill that I have, it's resourcefulness, because it can apply to everything.
Yes.
I think it's,
So I was going to say that as well. But I think that kind of goes hand in hand with the ability to bounce back because you're so resourceful.
Yeah.
Next question. Who do your kids say is the nice one and who is the mean one?
So I went through this phase for a very long time where I'm like Mr. No. Like it doesn't matter what it is. It's like, can we have dinner tonight? No.
No. Can you take me to school now? No.
No.
The kids literally refer to him behind his back as Mr. No.
So I would say that mom is more reasonable. And I'm pretty reasonable now. I try to say yes to most things unless there's a really good reason. But I'm definitely, I'm definitely the lesser experienced parent.
So basically, I'm the nice one and the mean one. Because
I just kind of float and do what I want. I switch up a little bit.
He's my fourth child. I'm the nice one, the more reasonable one. I'm the one that's more likely to say yes to something because I've thought it through. And I never just tell our kids no. If there's a reason why I'm saying no, I'm sure to make that clear so the kids understand.
Yeah.
So that they're not asking me why. Because when they ask me why, I'm like, I just told you why. I'm the disciplinarian. So although
she's the good cop and the bad cop, and I'm like the wild card.
He's the dirty cop. He's the dirty cop.
I come in and I'm just like, listen, and then I bang my fist on the table and I'm like, fuck your Coca-Cola. Give us the answers.
Yeah, so I'm the good cop and the bad cop. I guess I'm the nicer one and the meaner one.
Yeah, and I'm just the dirty.
And he's just the dirty cop.
Right. I'll take it.
Okay. What is the best advice that you can give to couples?
The best advice that I could give to a couple. So, number one, trust is a pillar in a successful relationship. And what I mean by trust is, I almost literally mean blind trust. Being able to just turn your back on something and know that, you can trust your partner. Whether it's they're going on a trip to Vegas, or whether they're on the phone with somebody, or whether you roll over at 3 a.m. and they're texting on their phone.
Or if they go to a photo shoot with a lot of hot Instagram models. I used to get shit all the time. If they saw him at a photo shoot with a lot of hot Instagram models, I would get DMs that are like, he's cheating on you. I'm like, bullshit, because he's sending me pics and I'm liking them too. So yeah, trust. But go ahead.
So trust is one of the main pillars, and that's something that you learn. And the most important thing that you have to keep in mind is no amount of crazy psycho text messages, no amount of where are you at and who are you with and send me your locations. None of that will prevent somebody from cheating.
Because if they want to cheat, where there's a will, there's a way.
They'll figure it out.
So girl, don't even stress yourself out. Don't go crazy. Don't hound them thinking that all this craziness is going to prevent them from cheating, because it's not. In
fact, it might drive them to cheat.
Bullshit. That's not a thing.
Second thing I would say is communication. Being clear with, whether it's your schedule or whether it's your intention or whether it's anything at all. It's just being clear and communicating. This is how I feel. This is the result that I want. This is how I feel, and this is what I need to happen. Whatever it is, it's communication.
So
sometimes it's reassurance. Trust, communication are like the pillars of a great relationship, because anything else can be derived off of those two things.
Okay, so I have a list.
Oh gosh.
Okay,
right.
Again, trust, right?
Yeah.
And I think I've always shared this with you. And people have always wondered, like, how have I been so chill about things, places he's gone, people that he's around, working out of town, because for the first 5 years of LA, you traveled to LA every single week. You were gone 2 to 3 days every single week.
Yep.
And I was back home in Fresno with the kids.
Yep.
And I've strongly believed that it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how great of a person or how bad of a person, whatever. If a person wants to cheat, they're going to cheat. So just give your trust. I'd say start off with trust. Some people say, like, oh, you've got to earn my trust. No, start off with trust until they lose it. Mm-hmm. And space. You've got to have your own life. I recently went on a girls' trip to Bali. I was gone for like a week. Mm-hmm. We always encourage each other to go somewhere on our own with our own, mutual friends, own friends, but guy friends, girlfriends, whatever.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the night, if all you have to talk about is what you've done together, day after day after day, you have nothing new to talk about. Yeah. You can't tell your husband or your wife, your girlfriend or your boyfriend something exciting, because they're like, I was there.
I was there.
As a matter of fact, I'm always there. I know. Another thing is understanding. Mm-hmm. And there's understanding. So, a lot of people don't know that you and I both dealt with depression
Mhm.
and anxiety, and to be understanding of what one another is going through, and to have
Mhm.
empathy for each other. That's
huge.
huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. Be understanding and be flexible. You know, just Brandon being an entrepreneur. I wasn't always flexible and I wasn't always understanding. I will tell you those two things right now. Him being an entrepreneur, I felt that, you know, if he wasn't at like a certain level, it would freak me out. It would scare me. There was no sense of security for me.
Mhm.
But just being flexible with his career now has helped tremendously in,
Sure.
in understanding that there's ups and there's downs. So what else? Oh, counseling. I think we went over that earlier. Huge.
Okay. Yep.
Let your pride down, let your ego go,
Mhm.
and seek a third party to tell you that you're right. And also, something else that we also touched on earlier was, I think the friends that you surround yourselves with,
Sure.
I think plays a big role in your relationship.
Can't be hanging with no hood rats that want to go to the club if you're trying to get married and have babies.
No, they can go to the club, but it's what they encourage you to do at the club is a whole nother story. So, like I mentioned earlier, my friend Chan, you know, she putting our friendship possibly on the line, she said, you know what, I've got to tell you something. And she came like from the heart, and she was genuinely concerned about our relationship. And the same goes for the other friends that I have. I know that if I had intentions of doing something shady, they would not support that at all. And I know the same goes for Brandon. Brandon has a really good like group of core best friends. And I know that they love me dearly just as much as they love him. They love our
Almost as
relationship. They love me. Does Rob ever kiss you on the forehead? I don't think so. Kiss me every time on the forehead. Anyway, so I think that, you know, some people don't minimize that. Some people might minimize that. Don't.
Yeah.
Because birds of a feather flock together.
Yep.
And if your friends are shady and they're doing shady things in their marriage, not a good idea.
Yep.
So, okay, that about wraps it up, I think, because we've got to get to dinner. We have an anniversary dinner that we're going to.
If you have any other ideas of
Yeah.
videos that we should make together,
Yeah.
comment them. We would love to do it.
If you have any questions or any video ideas for me,
Yeah.
or maybe even him.
Like, comment, subscribe. What else is there to do? I don't know.
Yeah. All right, thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.